more seconds and we can start our meeting. Thank you for coming, everyone. You saw there are some goodies. Take them, eat them, enjoy them. And we start, as usual, with our treasury report by Mickey tonight.
Hey, Mickey. You go, Mickey.
Okay, no frills here. Previous balance 880.89. Cash donations for June were $4. Brings our total to $884.89. Minus the expenses at $119.13. Which most of that is like a lot of bingo stuff. Things, you know, for refreshments and stuff. So that brings our grand total to $765.76. We didn't get much in the way of donations in June, so obviously we kind of went down a little more getting stuff for.
And this is up until the 30th? Okay.
June the 30th.
Yeah, June 30th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yours is already.
That's July, for July. His is for July, right?
Yeah, the next one will be for July. This is for June.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we had a great potluck yesterday, so that was good. Woo-hoo. Thanks for coming, guys. It was quite nice out in the courtyard. Weather was nice, not too hot. We had a good time, right? Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah. So we were thinking maybe another one for Labor Day.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, we can do Labor Day. What do you think?
Yeah.
Labor Day? Barbecue again?
Yeah.
Barbecue again, guys?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
weather permitting.
If it's not raining, yeah. Okay, Labor Day, I'm gonna put that on a flyer then. Labor Day, and then I had 2 people ask me about the Friday game night, and since we didn't have people show up to the bi-weekly Fridays game night, I changed it to monthly. So we're still doing game night, but only once a month. I'll hang up the board, and we'll go from there. Because and I'm not complaining, I'm just saying I come down and I wait 20, 30 minutes, nobody shows up, you know, then nobody shows up, okay, doesn't make any sense. We tried a few times, so let's do once a month. Bingo goes on as usual. Are there any other holidays coming up? Labor Day, what else is coming up? No, only Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next holiday.
That's the next one.
It's in like 2 months, right?
Yeah.
About 2 months.
And what do you guys want to do with the pancake breakfast? You want to do pancake breakfast once a month?
Yeah, I thought that's what we already
Okay.
decided.
Yeah, well, I'm just asking. Just asking. Hi, Daniela. All right, we're going to do pancake.
I think it was August 2nd.
Look at the calendar again.
Yeah, it's August 2nd.
I've got it here, yes.
Because it's right after the first. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, August 2nd.
Okay, pancake breakfast is August 2nd then. But again, I'm putting up the flyers so we all know, okay? And then after that, we have the Labor Day again, and we just keep on going. Before you know it, it's Christmas. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty.
This year's gone by fast.
Okay, we did finish the former Emmy Anderson Treasury Trouble audit stuff in the court. The judge had made a decision. He made a very interesting decision, but I think it was fair. So so if you guys wanna read about it, that's what the printout is, so therefore that is over now. So over, done, in the past, all good, everybody is moving forward, MEA is moving forward. And that's all we had about today. I think Dawn has something.
I was just gonna reiterate on what you bring up on the past version. There was no finding of guilt or innocence.
No.
The case was dismissed because there wasn't enough evidence to show malice. But the judge did say that if there's new evidence, it can be restarted.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna
But-
wanna restart it.
But that's what
So
happened.
that's just.
She wasn't found innocent, she wasn't found
No,
guilty.
it's dismissed. The whole
Yeah.
case is dismissed.
With prejudice.
Yeah,
Yes.
the case is dismissed, and he did, the reading is interesting because it says in there, it blames all us tenants. I wasn't here 6 years ago, okay, some were not here in that time, but the judge literally said, where were all these tenants all these years? Why didn't they step
Why
in?
didn't that was specified in writing?
What?
For the previous tenants,
It is.
instead of saying now all of it, because that brings us that you are here now.
No,
No, it's in
It's
here.
in this.
Does it say previous?
All the tenants.
All the tenants?
The
All the-
ones from the matter when she was president.
You weren't here
So,
then, so it doesn't.
If you're
apply
not
now.
here, it doesn't
When
concern
did she,
you.
when did she, dismiss of her, duties?
January of this year, we had an election.
Okay, I was here in January of this year.
Yes, so was I,
Right.
but it wasn't my
But you
fault
weren't here
what
when all this
happened.
was going on,
No.
though.
It was in the past.
He's
before
talking
the-
about when this all started.
What he was trying to say is that what we were preaching before, the tenants can make decisions. What you guys come up with and want, you bring up to the council, and then we all discuss it and you guys vote on it. It's not up to one person, me, him, her, to make decisions. So what he was saying is 6 years, nobody got this idea to say, no, we don't want this no more, but again, it's done and over with. Okay, it's done and over with.
Alright, the next is
So, done and over with. Next time this happens, but again, when I moved, there you go, when I moved in, I was the one that stepped up right away and said, what the hell is going on here? Why are there not 3 officers?
When I moved in, I was specified some things
And it took us
too as well.
like almost a year to get that election started. Go ahead.
Basically, what it boils down to, we don't want something like this to
No,
happen
no,
again.
not again.
We need to be involved.
Yes.
We have the officers, and when we as tenants see someone that doesn't seem kosher, we need to take it to that young lady right there and say, what's going on?
What's going on here, exactly, so.
But
and
we've
that-
got to be involved in it.
And that's what everybody needs to
That's for
understand.
6 years, nobody wanted to.
It's nobody's particular, nobody's fault, it's just what happened. Nobody wanted to get involved, nobody didn't wanna, be a part of things. It happens everywhere. Anyway, that's done and over with. Then we still have, well, it's gotten better. That situation with the trespass guy, Greg that's hanging there. I haven't seen him, I haven't heard much of him being in here at all, but we do know he still comes driving by here and looking at the building and stuff, but we cannot stop that, okay? But in the building, for now, we're good, right?
That if you see him on
Greg was
property,
on property
You don't
on
approach.
Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody told me that, so that's what I'm saying, I wasn't aware, so on
Yeah,
Saturday?
He left something on at her door. So he
Oh.
was in the building.
The problem we're having is people called the police, and when the police show up, he's gone. So they can't arrest him, you know? So videotape.
I was personally told by Keith that we're to call the police first and then turn around and call and report it to housing.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're gonna call the police, you have to tell them to go around the back.
Yeah,
Because as soon as she sees it coming down the road, he's out the door. That's how.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, but,
Like come
that's,
up through the tunnel. Like come up through the tunnel. Yeah, if they were to do that and give us.
I can tell you right, no,
Or in my situation, send other tenants to my apartment looking for.
but I tell you right now, the police is not gonna go chase him. He's not a murderer, he's not a bank robber, he's trespassed, right? So they will come, they will check, but they're not gonna go out of their way chasing somebody. It's just how it is. But I believe it will lessen, you know, it will get less and less and less. At one point, he's gonna give up. If that particular tenant keeps letting him in, we need to keep reporting it. That's it, okay? And that's about what we can do.
Report and observe, or observe and
Observe
report,
and
that's all we
report,
can
and
do.
that's all we can do.
And if you're not worried about it, get a picture of it, him being on property. So, yeah,
Well, people do, I know people do, but again, they're not gonna go chasing him. It will be like a coincidence. One day, you know, he's gonna walk out when a cop comes around, and then they will, you know, get him, and he gets a ticket, he gets punished, and they let him go again. Okay, and here we go again, because I don't think he's the problem, she's the problem, because she keeps letting him in, knowing that he's trespassed,
And
you
it's
know?
never once gotten in trouble with housing.
And, I don't know that, I mean, I think housing is not gonna tell us, because it's kinda like private and personal, right?
Well, yeah, but violating a.
The trespass, yeah.
Well, not just trespassing, violating the restraining order that's in effect,
Yeah, but it's not against her, it's against him.
but isn't she still violating that restraining order?
No, she's a tenant.
No, she's violating, all she's doing is violating the trespass
She's
law.
violating the
That's
trespass
all she's
order
doing.
from housing.
Right.
And that's on housing what they gonna do, you know, so. Do you have anything on your mind?
I have a question. Why would how come that housing allows controversy, ruckus, et cetera, around here?
Ask them in the next RMC meeting.
Oh, we've been trying to ask them.
Yeah.
All we get is, it's,
Yep,
next,
they talk and talk and
Lip
talk.
service.
They keep saying that this is
Huh?
this is this.
I have no answers for that, I just, know where we can go to and ask. But you gotta see it like this, when a person is on the waiting list for an apartment, they don't know who they are, they don't know what they do on a daily basis, so there's really nothing other than going by the regulations, you know, renting the apartment, and then you happen to have a few that flip out. You have the trouble tenants, then they have to deal with it. They deal with it in their own time. You heard him talk about it over and over. It's not that easy. We cannot just kick them out, and that's true. There's a process. And they make the decision in what time they want to do it. But again, as a tenant, if I'm affected, if someone is threatening me, that has nothing to do with housing. That's between me and the tenant. I go after that tenant with the law. Like Randy got the restraining order, right? And if that happens again, these people are gonna get punished and so on. because housing is not our mommy and daddy that can protect us from bad people, right? There's bad people living everywhere.
I'm sure.
There's a lot of people living everywhere. I'm not excusing it. I just try to explain. HHA is our management company. And people calling all the time, that's what they're telling us. People calling all day long. She did this, he did this, I heard this, I heard that. They are a managed company. They're not social services. They're not lawyers. They're not my mommy and daddy. So if I have a problem with a tenant, I need to work that out with that tenant. And if it's a threat, I need to find out what I can do legally. But HHA is not going to help us with that. They got nothing to do with that. Yeah? We may not like it, but that's how it is.
They're just a property manager.
It's a management company. Yeah.
They just happen to manage,
This building.
they manage housing property, they have housing programs, but they're nothing more than a property manager. So,
I'm just gonna say, yes, they are property management, but they have a responsibility to us for our safety and our security. That's right.
True.
That is a big
True.
part of what's going on here.
And they trespassed that guy.
Okay, all right, they did that, but they're not enforcing
How-
our security issues that was keep bringing
Very
up
true.
and bringing up and bringing
You're
up.
okay.
The question now is how could they enforce it? What would you say they could or should do?
I hate to do the coulda, shoulda, but, what if they were just even to say, hey, we realize there's this issue, we really have this issue, here's what we're doing to address your issue. I don't see that happening.
No, this is
Talk to O'Neill and we don't really get any, this is what we're going to do to address your issue. It just keeps getting pushed to the side for years now. Okay, it's not just this last month. And I'm frustrated about
Yeah,
that.
but it
Yeah.
should, and it shouldn't take another tenant to get attacked again.
No,
No,
exactly.
it shouldn't.
You know, I mean, something should have been done in the first place. He got attacked on our own property.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't Vince in a situation where?
That was with David.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
So what I hear is now everybody is frustrated that there's not done much more. The only choices we tenants then have is if we're not happy what our property management company does, we need to go the next step up. And the next step up is, again, hot housing.
anybody's welcome to walk the halls with me too. Oh, you can join me.
Well, when you speak of HUD, okay, we did do that petition.
Yeah.
And part of that petition was our safety and our security. And we got our response, and we're supposed to communicate with with HHA and work it out with them or whatever, but that's not working. And it's been over a year now. And I want to do something, I want to take it to the next level. I'm over this. It's been years for me, and I'm sure it's been years much longer for you, but it's just not acceptable to me anymore.
Some of us,
Because
it
of the
hasn't,
behavior.
some of us, it hasn't been years. I've only been here 15 months. And I'm
Yeah,
ready to
yeah.
retire.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, the longer that you're here, for me, the more frustrated I'm becoming. And I'm just,
That's why I just stayed home.
And the ones that only moved in like a year and a half
In
ago,
April.
they have already seen, same as I, they have already seen so many things happening. But again, me personally, what I've noticed is way too many tenants, nobody in particular, okay, calling HHA. He did this, she said that, blah, blah, like a freaking kindergarten, okay? being a tenant, being a grown-up, living in a building or in a single story, doesn't matter. You need to take care of your stuff, of your things, your personal, your community. So if we are not getting anywhere with our property management, again, what's the next step? The only steps we have is go higher. Like you go to McDonald's, you're not happy with your food, you ask for the manager, right?
That's right.
So the next step is HUD, and Helena Housing is actually hired by the city of Helena. So that means the commissioner and the mayor are in charge too. So those are the other options. I don't know if any of these people will listen or care or whatever. I don't know, you know?
But if you got 20 angry tenants from MEA Anderson walking into a committee meeting, they're gonna notice.
Right.
And if you got 20 people or more than 20 people or
You know,
a large
so-
group,
So,
they're
so
gonna wanna know what's going on because we're saying something.
society has taught us in the past, okay? History and society current has taught us in the past, nothing will happen when one or two people or three say something, but in a group, you're strong because all of a sudden, other people in charge are kind of scared of their positions because it's going to look bad at them, right? Like, what is going on there? Why are there 20 people complaining all of a sudden? It's different than one person calling and saying, oh, I don't like you, you know? So those are the only options. Nobody knows the outcome, but I think Dawn is right. How much involved people want to get is up to each of us.
You're saying that we should complain as a group?
In a group, we're strong, meaning
Well,
we can.
how can we complain in a group?
I'm trying to explain that now. The first step would be we go to a commissioner meeting, to a city meeting. And let me ask, how many people would show up there? It is so hard, yeah, the same ones, us
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Where are the other 70 people, right?
Where are
The
they
other
not being
70
harassed?
apartments.
Right.
So there you have it. But that's a start. Going to the commissioner meeting, asking questions, what the hell is going on here? Who can we talk to if we don't get any answers, you know? And they will listen, but I don't know what they're gonna do, yeah.
Remember when just the three of us went to that meeting?
Oh, they were shocked.
And they were shocked
They were
that
shocked.
anybody
Yeah.
showed up.
Because
We
nobody
showed up
ever
with
shows up.
5 people, that
Yeah.
would just blow them away.
Yeah,
Because nobody shows up.
I
yeah,
have some complaints
yeah, go ahead.
about the, I don't like dogs going in the elevator and on the floor. And another thing, I wish we had a garden, a place to plant plants.
The dogs in the elevator, you mean pee on the floor in the elevator or what?
I don't like it if you come in and the elevator is wet with dog stuff.
Dog pee. Oh, that's nasty.
And
Yeah.
I wish we had a place to grow things. It looks like housing uses us for money for their property, and we can't grow anything on the ground.
Well, here's what the story is on that. We tried to use that garden property up there that used to be used.
Ah.
But we cannot use it anymore because there are some cave-ins from old diggings on this hill from the mining that have collapsed and are open, and it's unsafe.
Oh,
That's why we cannot use that garden up there.
How come we can't use it down here?
I don't know where you mean down here.
they won't even let us put a dog park or a dog run here.
Right.
I don't think they wanna mess up their lawn. I don't
That
know.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I think.
That's what it is.
I don't think they
Makes
would.
sense, Mary.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, because I really tried to do that. I wanted us to have a garden.
And I remember that O'Neill had answered that there's a problem with the property. and people can get hurt, and they don't wanna have that liability. We can ask, and I will ask in the next RMC meeting, hey, is there any way here on this property that we could do that?
Yeah, community
He
garden.
can only say no, right?
Right.
I'll ask, okay. And I bring up the dog pee in the elevator to Danny again. I haven't seen any, but if you notice that, I'll bring it up to Danny to keep an eye out.
And there again too, just because it's wet doesn't mean it's dog pee.
Yeah, we don't know, unless you
When
saw.
I see it, I think someone is mad, okay?
Yeah,
They're
well,
mad at the tenants for me, for example, and that's the way to get even.
Yeah, but how would the dog know that?
Huh?
How would the dog know that and pee then?
The dog owner.
Yeah, but the dog owner didn't pee. You said the dog.
Okay.
But he can't make the dog pee on command.
Okay.
Hey there.
Pee right
Well,
there.
laugh us cry. You're very good, President Ina. Thank you.
a lot of what I see too is coffee being spilt in there, soda pop.
Yep.
People bringing in drinks
Yep.
and they
Yeah.
spill it on the rug, and that's why it looks wet.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't think it's so much pee because we got a lot of good dog owners in the building.
okay.
You know, so
Maybe you thought with somebody else that, you know, didn't get along well and they had a dog. It could have happened. But again, if we can't prove it, there isn't much we can do. But he's right. There's a lot of people that don't care with their cups and, you know, it spills.
Okay.
And if it doesn't smell, I would just say, okay, let's hope it's not pee. Okay, but I'm gonna mention it just, you know, in case
That's
to
not
them.
sad.
And,
All right.
You know, in the elevator, I can't get on because the marijuana smell is so bad. It is so bad I can smell it up on my floor. So they're either smoking inside or they are smoking out their balcony and it comes in my patio door, or you can smell it as soon as you step into the elevator on 4th floor.
All it has to be is somebody that's a chronic smoker, it's all over them, and when they leave, it just
Stinks,
lingers.
yeah,
So
it
it is
stinks.
bad.
I know, I smell it too, I hardly ever use the elevator anymore, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, I can say, but I believe, I don't think anybody's smoking it in the elevator. It's literally that certain people may not change their clothes often, and
Right,
it's
yeah.
literally sticking to them, you
Yeah.
know, and it hangs out, but I don't know.
You know the mess that Danny always has to clean up at the end of the day down in here in the lobby area? It's from David and his little friend with the hat.
What are they doing?
They dump shit on the floor. They drop crumbs and whatever it is, or they rip the tablecloths. I've
Yeah.
seen that twice.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah, because they don't like us, period.
That
They have an
son of a
attitude.
gun?
Talk about childish.
Yeah, I know.
Kindergarten.
I told him the other day to keep his music down out here. He's been warned and talked to about it one time before, or maybe several before I got here. But he is so loud down here.
He's rude.
He's
Yeah.
very rude. Today I went and got a pop before I got on the bus. He sat here for 10 minutes while I was getting my soda and I was getting ready for the bus. Then he walked out and talked to Troy in the outer foyer. And as soon as my bus got there, he went back in to here. And he does.
Wow.
He makes the biggest mess
Yeah.
and he tears the tablecloths. He doesn't care. And I was right at calling him, wrote his little minion. So
Well, I personally
grumpy
believe.
grandpa.
I personally believe, as a person, not the president, the man definitely has some problems, okay? And I do remember he was warned by housing before because people had complained about him ripping off flyers from the bulletin boards and playing the phone too loud here. And I believe Vince over there always heard it as well. So he kind of complied for a while, and he was gone for a few weeks and mostly went downstairs where there are lots of areas he can play his phone loud and nobody would care, and he did that for a while, and I personally believe now he's coming out again because he feels safe again.
Well,
So
because Vince is gone.
it's what people do, you know. If you have this weird character in you that you don't care about others and you don't care what the regulations are, that's what you do. You comply for a while and then you go back and do it all over again.
Well, I've already told him once before.
We can only tell
I did.
HHA.
I told him I was gonna talk to HHA about it.
David.
Who?
David.
Big heavy set guy.
Creepy
What's his
grandpa.
last name?
What is it?
Creepy grandpa.
Creepy grandpa.
Is there any more important
Is he the
information?
one, the veteran?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one.
But there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah, I
but
got one question. Why is there only 3 of y'all up there?
Then what?
Why is there only 3 people up there?
Where?
I'm here.
Officers, 3 officers.
Officers.
Because we have no secretary no more.
Oh.
I do the secretary work right now for us. And if anybody wants to be secretary, let us know. You have to take notes from the meeting and you have to prepare a monthly minute paper.
I sucked at the whole thing.
And,
I'm the secretary.
And that's what you do, but it's open, the secretary position is open.
So is it something that we vote and
No,
nominate and all
no,
the things?
you can come forward and then the officers decide yes or no, but it doesn't need to be all the tenants.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so anybody else with something that we need to talk about?
And basically, if you did do it, you'd be interim anyways until the election.
Yeah,
But
it's
you'd
always
still be, you know,
interim, but
Right,
You know,
okay.
we have to count on the secretary then.
Yep, yep.
So for me, it's really easy, you know, I've done all this stuff, you know, all my life.
Just
But-
real quick, I wanted to thank all of you that set up yesterday and did the cookie.
That was a good ass table.
Cleaning.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
tried to help, but I kept getting stuck in the mud.
You still make bread? You still make bread?
Got you
I
rocking and
just
rolling.
tried.
Got you rocking and rolling.
I got heavy, so I don't want any more bread.
Okay, all right, everybody, thanks,
This is all natural.
Saturday's bingo.
Yay!
Yep, Saturday's bingo.
I think we should have bingo
We're all there now.
Every Saturday?
Every
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah, and then nobody shows up. You know
But
what
then
that's
you gotta
gonna
have more
cost?
prizes.
Yeah,
Well-
how about the prizes?
Let's try it for,
Drinks are on Dawn.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't either.
Just don't know.
It's just a suggestion because we're bored
All right,
any
why
other
don't
time.
we, well, yeah, I hear you, but why don't we do this? When we have bingo this Saturday, we're gonna ask everyone. who's
Okay.
Yeah,
coming.
that sounds like a
We'll-
good idea.
Whoever is coming to bingo, and it's also mostly the same people.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys wanna do it every Saturday, we can try that. We have to figure it out, right? Yeah, please just don't make me call all the time. I'm so glad that people are now stepping in as callers, you know, because nobody wants to sit for hours and hours and do the same. So let's keep
I'll call
switching.
1 hour.
I'll call, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go.
We got
That-
3, we got
this
Leah.
week.
Leah called, I called, so we're good for now, we're good for now, we're doing good, we're all
Yeah.
doing good, yeah. All right, everybody, thank you,
Maybe I'll be there.
Thank you.
and
I didn't
take a
get there.
cupcake there, there's still some stuff.
I had one.
And your brownies were very